Now, I feel like with this episode of Charlotte, I feel like a lot of people are going to be dissatisfied or not pleased due to the fact this episode didn't deal with events like right away, and rather it dealt with like Yu's like development as a character and dealing with Ayumi's death. And I feel like that everybody wants like the next big thing to happen, like whether it be time travel, whether it be like you going to the past or you from the future comes to the past, the water, the guy with the long hair that's always so dealing with like everything else about Charlotte. But you have to remember that if we dealt with the next thing right away, the next big thing, whether it be like time travel or whatever it is, you won't get the character development that we'll need, dealing with Ayumi's death, because it will be kind of weird that we'll get to the end, whether Ayumi gets revived or not. It seems like she's going to get revived because they're hinting at it, because, I feel like if a character stays dead, they'll show it more, but they showed her so many little times, and I feel like, she's going to pop up again somehow. Anyway, what I was saying earlier, I feel like if we got to the end and, you never got to, like, grieve for Ayumi when she, originally died, it would be weird if he just starts acting all like peppy for no reason, even though his sister just died. So I'm glad this episode took its time to develop and watch you descend into, I guess, madness, I guess is the best way to call it. And people grieve about death like in so many different ways, and personally I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it. If anything, it'll probably be just either watching tons of anime or playing tons of video games. But EBCU, he just locked himself within this house. There's nothing in the fridge for him to eat, so what he decides to do is eat ramen for weeks in and weeks out. And he says he likes it, but that's freaking bullshit, because you cannot eat the same flavor of ramen every time without getting tired. I call BS on that. No, seriously, if you eat that much ramen within like let's say 2 weeks has happened since Ayumi's death, there is no way that you should still be good looking. He should be having acne like crazy, because there's MSG in those kind of ramen, and it's crazy. That's why I don't eat ramen constantly. I eat it like at least like 3 times out of the week. Anyway, the girl from the very first episode is like, hey, ever since you saved my life, I still care about you in some sort of way. We're not in a relationship or anything like that. But if there's anything I can do, I'll do it for you. And if this was a hentai, I have a feeling where this would go, but it's not. And rather, he just gets mad at her because she kind of, I feel like she was kind of talking in a condescending tone, a caring condescending tone, if that makes sense. Like obviously she knows that if he goes out, it would be good for him, so to speak. But he doesn't, and that sucks. But thing is, so at the end of the episode, it's revealed that Nao was watching over you this whole entire time, using her powers of invisibility. But did the girl not see you there, or see Nao there? Like, was she just not like, or was just like Nao not there at the time? Actually, I take that back. Probably Nao is the one who opened the door, unless the old man that we saw opened the door for him. Anyway, the rest of the episode plays out. Yu goes to Mon Cafe. He gets addicted to these mochi, what is it called, like soy sauce that they said, like that's cool. Anyway, it was something they kept on eating, and he used the steak skewers to stab people. He eats pizza, which I feel like is a small hint to thing, because remember Ayumi, Yu's little sister, will always make things with pizza sauce, so he subconsciously chose pizza, because that kind of reminds him of Ayumi, even though he didn't know it then. Anyway, now helps him out because he's about to like take the last step into not being human anymore by taking drugs. And he beats up a bunch of gang people all the time, which, okay, I don't know how, like, one person is like, he controls one person to stab this other person or punch another person. Why doesn't like another person like stab him while he's like knocked out for a little bit? Anyway, now as a friend comes to a rescue, and she essentially makes the same dish that Ayumi and we learn that Yu's mom makes, that the omelet thing with like pizza sauce, and he eats it, he starts crying. It's very a heartwarming moment, and he's like, all right, let's do this. So it looks like they're gonna go back to work next episode. But thing is, remember in the middle of this episode, these two official dudes who I'm assuming, and Yu assumes this too, that these guys are with the place that capture people and use the people with powers as guinea pigs, stuff like that. That they're here to capture him, so he gets rid of them. So they might come into play next episode, either that or the new girl that we saw 2 episodes ago in episode 6, and the kid who's driving the car with the blue hair is gonna do that. And then there's one thing that I wish we saw this episode, but hopefully it gets resolved pretty soon. What the hell happened to that yandere girl? Like, straight up, like, I know she got out because we saw her getting out somehow. like, is she gonna get expelled or something, or like what's gonna happen to her, or is she gonna be like, you're like, go to that guy, be like, oh, she's gone, that sucks, I'm here for you, and you're going to love me. But yeah, I thought this episode was fantastic, just seeing like not only the physical, like seeing the physical drains on you, like you eventually start seeing him like get bags under his eyes, or the anime equivalent to that, but also seeing his like mental descent to madness, where you just see him like as he's playing that like how was it, House of the Dead game. It's like, haha, this is so much fun, bang bang bang. And also see him as he beats people up. He goes, he could usually end things there and just walk away, but he doesn't. He chooses to go a little step further, taking like the steak skewers, like I said earlier, stabbing people. Just going to like that next like psychotic step. Also, there's a small Angel Beats cameo. Not even an Easter egg, not even a reference. It was just straight up like Angel Beats. It literally said in the URL, if you pause it, it says freaking www.I think2525.jp, and it's like Angel Beats episode 12. But yeah, I enjoyed this episode a lot. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on the episode down in the comments below. What do you think is gonna happen next? Do you think we're gonna what are we gonna do first? Are we gonna somehow revive Ayumi, whether it be like time travel or a Lazarus Pit? That's a DC comic reference. Or do you think we're gonna deal with like the new characters that we saw in episode 6? Let me know your thoughts on this episode and what's gonna happen next down in the comments below. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching as always. I always appreciate it, and I'll see you guys all next time. So until then, bye bye.